welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly horoscope. My name is Terence Gardino. This is going to be a very eventful week, planetary-wise, especially with the full moon in intense Scorpio. Scorpio's never casual about anything. It's always one extreme or the other. And it is the planet, the sign of transformation and deep change. So a lot of emotional issues could be coming to a head by this Wednesday for a release or a breakthrough or a resolution of what might have been troubling you in whatever area that the Scorpio will activate in your own individual chart. Now, on Monday, May the 7th, the energy is relatively calm, but on Tuesday, communication Mercury, it's now direct. It's pretty much catching up to speed. So our thinking is quicker and sharper. We're more discerning. We're more analytical on a pragmatic level than when it was last week when it went direct, but it was still slow and sluggish. So on Tuesday, the Mercury, picking up good speed, is now aligned with innovative, liberating, rebellious Uranus. This could either be a day when there's some very sudden decisions that really starts to shake you up and you have to think quickly on your feet. But it's also a day that you could be having some original ideas, thinking out of the box. It's where you are more open to more alternative ideas or progressive ideas, unless you're the one who's coming up with these new original thoughts. At the same day, on Tuesday, the Sun is in very favorable aspect to transformational Pluto. On a personal level, then this could be a day of inner transformation, and with communication Mercury, intelligent Mercury hitting Uranus, it could be a day of some real sudden insights. If you're reflecting on your life, if you're in counseling, on a more mundane level, anything that needs to be overhauled and changed, from house cleaning to home repairs to working in the garden if you're so lucky to have a backyard. And it's a good day that you can make these outer changes as well as these personal inner changes, while Mercury is aligning with Mercury, and you're getting all these brilliant ideas and insights maybe connected to what you are now transforming. So by Wednesday, the full moon in Scorpio. And as I said, Scorpio, it's all or nothing. It's that sign ruled by Pluto. So Scorpio is about deep interchange and transformation. So with the full moon, often with the full moon, anything that's not working in your life either leaves you or you let it go, or you can finally break through any kind of blocks or limitations. So there is an intensity with a Scorpio full moon, and there could be a lot of letting go, but it can also be a final waking up and breaking through. On Thursday, Mercury, rational Mercury, is great with Saturn. Good for business, good for being a lot of common sense, having your thinking very clear and disciplined. So it could be good for teaching, good for writing, good for learning. But on that day, Mars is in hard angle to Neptune. Well, Mars is energy, and when it's in a challenging aspect to nebulous Neptune, our energy, our Mars, might get out of focus. This can either mean you're getting tired from all that full moon, which is going to be really strong Wednesday into Thursday. But fortunately, with Mercury good with Saturn on Thursday, you're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You're being very practical. You just might be with the Mars, Neptune, tired from all the intensity. One other issue with Mars-Neptune that can occasionally happen is you're trying to push forwards your goals and agenda, which is the Mars, and it comes up against Neptune, which means that somebody could be trying to pull the rug out from underneath you, not believing in you. Often, sometimes it's being caught up in some type of a scam. But that's okay, because the full moon is bringing everything to light, and the Mercury with Saturn is helping you think very clearly. So if there's any kind of shady, funny business that is going on around you, you'll be able to pick it up. And maybe with the Scorpio full moon, you start to realize, wait, why am I dealing with this person as a friend or a business associate? They're not to be trusted, and boom, let's just let it go. So by Friday, after all of that, now Mercury is in excellent aspect to Jupiter, and you're feeling so much happier and optimistic. You're starting to make some long-range plans. It's good for traveling. It's good for marketing. Whether you're learning or teaching or traveling, there's that Jupiter protection and optimism. So this is a very active week. I think for the most part, it's mostly very favorable. But you might be getting rid of some dead wood, as they say, some people who aren't completely trustworthy, but then maybe that's putting you in a good mood because you saw the light and you are just cleaning things up, letting go, and getting ready for a whole new surge of energy. So, important week. Now, remember, I'm one of the astrologers on Astrology Answers website to answer one question for a nominal fee, and the time of birth is very important. I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next week with my next segment. Until then, have a great week.